Copperas Cove High School running back Shontez Simmons said whoever is the hot ball carrier, that is who gets the football. Shontez was the man last Friday against Waco Midway. The senior running back rushed for 182 yards and 4 touchdowns in a 49-45 loss to Midway. Cove held a 10-0 lead at the end of the first quarter, but ended up losing 49-45 in the District 8-6A opener for both teams. Cove fell to 2-3 overall, 0-1 in district play with the loss. They fought back in the second half to regain the lead, but could not hold Midway out of the end zone. Midway is 5-0 overall, 1-0 in district play, and recorded its 21st consecutive district win in the process. Simmons scored on runs of 73, 1, 63 and 16 yards in the contest. "One of the things we can take from this game is knowing that we can compete with anyone," Simmons said after the game. "If everyone does their job, we can get it done." The Copperas Cove looked as if they were going to pull off a homecoming upset, twice taking 10-point leads in the first half. Cove got on the scoreboard on a 36-yard touchdown pass from Jalen Smith to Floyd Connell 83 seconds into the game. Antonio Mudd added the extra point and a field goal later in the quarter for a 10-0 lead. Waco Midway scored on the first play of the second quarter on a 21-yard run by Mordecai. Shontez Simmons ran the next play from scrimmage for a touchdown, giving Cove a 17-7 lead 2 plays into the quarter. Midway struck quickly midway through the quarter on a 54-yard touchdown pass from Mordecai to C.J. Williams. The Panthers were facing a 2nd and 30 situation, but got out of it with a long touchdown pass. The quarterback put Midway ahead 21-17 a minute later on a 7-yard run. Jason Fulbright scored just before halftime for the Panthers on an 8-yard run. Mordecai hit a Marcus DeGrate with an 11-yard touchdown right before half, giving the Panthers 35 points for 12 minutes of game action. Cove trailed 35-17 at intermission, after leading by 10 points twice in the first 24 minutes of action. The Bulldogs bounced back in the second half, taking the opening drive 65 yards in 9 plays. Shontez Simmons ran 3 yards for a score at the 8:08 mark of the third quarter. Cove trailed 35-24 at that point. Mordecai scored his third rushing touchdown 4 minutes later on a 2-yard run to cap off a 10-play drive. Simmons responded again with a 63-yard touchdown run on the next offensive play for Cove. The extra point by Mott pulled the Bulldogs within 11 points at 42-31. The Bulldogs stopped Midway on their next possession and took over at the 11-yard line when Midway snapped the ball over the punter's head. Davian Thomas scored on a 3-yard touchdown pass from Smith. The Bulldogs took the lead 17 seconds later on a fumble recovery by Ezekiel Buchanan on defense and a 16-yard touchdown run by Simmons. Cove lead 45-42 heading into the fourth quarter. Both teams threatened to score in the fourth quarter, but Midway broke through at the 2:33 mark on an 8-yard run by Fulbright, making the score 49-45 Waco. Cove had a last chance to win the game, but failed to move the ball into the end zone. Smith threw for 186 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Floyd Connell caught 9 passes for 135 yards and 1 score. Defensively, Tommy Connell made 8 one-half tackles, and Andy Riley Clark made 8 stops for Cove.